third day in a row. Look at this gorgeous weather. You guys on a tripod. And I'm putting horses out. There we go. Make sure it's in solid. Pointed in the right direction and all that business. Looks a little off on the level. It always bugs me. Okay. So, something like that. Maybe. Let's do a little, hello Susan. Let's do a little zoom so you guys aren't so far away from the action. Something like that. I think it's time to chuck some horses out. Yeah, let's start. Of course, Nanner's asleep. You guys can see that she's out. She'll get up when I start putting everybody out. Okay. Where are we at? Something like that? That's pretty good, right? That'll do. Okay. I shall return. Yeah. kind of a sleepy afternoon. Kind of. Kind of quiet. Not too much. Of course, Gracie's yelling. She's right in the middle of this crowd. What's happening here? There's 5 horses. It's like hanging around the water cooler. Oh, we've got a few people here. 12 so far. That's cool. Pass the time, watch the horses. Oh, that's it. That's it. Gotta spread. Let's see who's here. Susan's here. I think I already said hi to Susan in the beginning. Anita's here. Hello, Anita from New Brunswick. Oh. Susan's in Texas, she says. Tina's here. Hello, Tina. I should buy a lottery ticket. Tina showed up 3 times. Thanks, Tina, for popping in. Anybody is not aware, like by far maybe not by far. There's a lot of great compliments, but she's definitely a very, very amazing, kind complimenter. It's almost like I paid her to say nice words. So, thanks, Tina. Let's see who else is here. Nobody that said anything. All right. So, let's see. Some quarantine going on. Beach County is high virus count. What a surprise. Florida's crazy. Sorry. I've been watching the news and the Florida governor's really dragging his heels. And there's feet. Palm Beach is in Florida, right? I don't know anything. But man, the news is not treating the U.S. well, or at least as far as they can see, in regards to prep and all that kind of stuff. It's terrible. It's not what we want to see. I want everybody safe and sound at home, taking it easy, waiting for things to pass. Susan says Dallas is a hot spot. Trader Joe's bagger said masks on. We have had gloves and masks on people for a couple of weeks now, for sure. Those plexiglass borders in front of the cashiers and stuff. So common, really common. You don't want to get sneezed on, right? Somebody sneezes or coughs, you gotta work. It's not in the store's best interest either. They'll lose money if they start losing cashiers. So, yeah, Roni does push Lena around quite a bit. I mean, there's been times when she's told him where to go and how to get there, and he's had to do it. But for the most part, it's a beautiful day. Good day for motorcycles. Again. Usually he kind of calls the shots, so. Yeah. It's going to be probably a reasonably quiet. I see Skip's chewing on the cedar tree. He loves that thing. No big deal. They can chew up some of the cedar bark. Nightfire's here. Hello. Luke's got all the girls. Absolutely. All the time. So Skip's gotta do something. Roni's leaving, Lena's following. And she's gonna chase off Rue. Says, Rue, shove off. 1 cow only. But she's drawn to Roni. She's going with him. So it's about the only girl that I've seen him actually get. But they've had so much time together, it's no surprise. Skip's slowly making his way up. Roni's yelling at him, but evades all the same. Come with me, Lena. Follow. Horses. Of course, Nanner's having a sleep. We woke her up to come out here, so she's like, well, I'll just continue my nap in the arena. Seems like a logical place to do that. So. And then, of course, yeah, Luke's got all the girls. And I always got to tell Skip where to go. It's probably not going to happen. I'm kind of keen to take the girls out at some point and just have the boys just to watch them play some more. Because this time of year, the girls are in heat. It tends to be just pair off and chill out together, sort of thing. It's not so much playtime, right? They don't play as much anymore. So with just the boys in, they might just do that. But then you kind of think, oh, the poor girls are stuck wherever, and everybody else is playing, and they're so used to being out together now. So, you think, is it for our entertainment or their pleasure? A little of both, I suppose. Because, gee, I get a lot of emails and messages and stuff, and thanks everybody for. I mean, some people have really given me some stories. And I'm a little slow to get back to emails. I apologize for that, but there's a lot of people that are they love these horses. And of course everybody in the comments, but the emails are a little bit more private, right? And I get to hear a lot of stories. A lot of people share their stories and what's going on and stuff like that. And I'm very appreciative of that. It's all private. It stays private. But the common statement all around is just how, being around horses, not just this channel, obviously, but many channels out there where we freely offer our horses for your viewing pleasure. Like, what are they doing? How are they reacting? Piggy doesn't like Skip, it seems. He comes sauntering by and she's got her ears back the whole time. Luke's chewing on Gracie's eye again. You guys remember that video when I said, why does a horse lick another horse's eyeball? He's still doing it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Zeus has got something to say. Can you see those guys? It's too zoomed in, isn't it? But this has got the best internet spot. Hey, thanks, Olives. Absolutely. Every time I get $5 in, I go buy a bag of apples and carrots and stuff. I shall do that. I'm almost out, actually. The last bag I bought not too long ago, a few days ago, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago. I think it's got 2 carrots left. I used one of them in my video today that I sent. I don't know how many of you guys have seen the video. Yeah, see there's the message. Yep, keep us sane during quarantine. Happy to help. But I put up a video to Brandy over at Versatile Horsemanship, and she had been commenting on young trainers kind of thing. Get it, Ruli? Probably some bug bugging her. What's Zeus barking? Oh, the mailman. I have mail. I'll have to go get it in a second. Anyway, so I had made a short little video because I'd been thinking. I thought, gee, I'm going to say something too. I like this idea. Maybe she'll respond back. And wouldn't it be fun if we could have an online conversation through videos? I doubt she will. She probably won't even see it. But I thought it'd be kind of fun. Look, Ruli's playing. Get it, Ruli. Knock it over. I don't see Ruli play very often. She just kind of chills out and does nothing and stuff. I'm kind of hoping everybody will have a little bit of a nap. I mean, it's nap time here. It's warm. It's almost no shirt level of warm. So, Susan says, "How are you today?" I'm good, Susan. Thank you very much for asking. It is. I mean, literally, I did a morning horsey check video so far. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for a second or third part. I'll figure out something. I mean, like I've been doing the last few days. I might do something live. I'll be out there doing something, and then I'll explain it. Narrate over top of it. That's kind of fun. It's because I don't have my external microphone with me to go out to talk while I'm doing stuff. It's all my equipment's inside right now, so narrating over it later seems to work well. There's been some good feedback on that. See, everybody's quiet. It's siesta time, and a lot of times you guys have seen they'll they'll go down. They'll just kind of everybody have a good sleepy sleeps, and then when that's over and done with, they'll get up and then it'll be playtime again. But during mid-afternoon, you guys might just be watching a bunch of statues. So, anyways, thank you, Susan. Yes, doing well. It's been a great morning. Good productivity, as always. There's piles of things to do. Things are getting cleaned up. Things are getting fixed. Um, Come to think of it, when I was getting the horses out, each one of these gates has a different squeak to it. So I'd taken some oil with me. And then I forgot to do the last gate. So I might go back and do that in a little bit here. Um, and then refill some hay bags and all that kind of business. These guys are just out. Peggy and Luke have got to go down. Ruli's even asleep. So I guess it's up to me to provide the entertainment around this joint. Don't tell me Rue's going poop. Oh, man. Where's my wheelbarrow? It's at the back. Okay. You guys observe the statues, and I'll be right back, just in case Luke wants to go over and play Dr. Luke. Allison says, how's everyone over there? Jersey Channel is on lockdown. The UK Prime Minister is in intensive care. He's in intensive care? I thought he just got submitted to the hospital. I didn't know he was in intensive care. Yesterday in Oklahoma, a woman confirmed with who has the virus went to Walmart and touched everything in the store. On purpose? Do you remember that video where there's that basketball player and he was making fun of the virus, and then he was about to leave his interview because they're shutting down basketball, and he touched everything on the table on purpose. It was confirmed later he had the virus. So did this Walmart lady go in there and touch everything because she had it or something? That can't be. She must be it must be an accident. They just confirmed that she touched everything. Humans. They want to lynch mob after. Oh, well, I guess that's what happened. She's like, I've got the virus. I'm going to go touch everything in Walmart. Why? Oh, good. A loud car. Yay. Okay, I'm going to go clean up after Rue. Oil that back gate that I've been meaning to do, and I shall be right back. You guys can maybe chit-chat amongst yourselves a little bit, but I shall be back with all kinds of chitter-chatter and jokes, and I don't know if I have any jokes. I have some jokes. We'll see. Maybe everybody else has got a joke. These guys. I wish I had a command where I could just say, sleep. I'm squishing your head. Remember that joke? Okay. Well, Skip went down in the middle there. Oh, and Nanner's back up. I think she liked her back scratches. I've approached her in the past when she's lying down. She hasn't really taken it too well to be scratched or rubbed while down. Okay, I've got a. It is so sunny out. I'm been out in the sun for most of the day here. Oh, Gracie's down too. So I'm going to transfer myself down to the patio area here, and I'm going to put up the umbrella. Because I'd taken it down a while ago because of the wind. But now it's just plain sunny. No wind. So, without further ado, it's time for some shade for me. There we go. Ta-da! You guys can't see it, but there's my umbrella. And I shall sit in the shade a little bit. And I guess I better zoom in a little. I just zoomed all the way out so that the shake from the camera wouldn't be, whoa! Okay, something like that. You guys can observe a little bit. Well, these tired horses. So, Susan, she did it on purpose. Has she provided proof, or is she just sort of gaslighting? I mean, is it really true? She went on Facebook and said she did it. I mean, somebody just does that, makes a fake account and does it. I don't think somebody does that and is for real. And they must have just been, yeah. I don't know. That seems so. I mean, I'm not doubting your words, but I'm doubting the report on it and whether or not the Facebook account is even real, whether what they did is real, or they just like, oh, I went to Walmart and I'm infected and I touched everything. Aha, suckers. And they were, you're a terrible person. And then they just watch all these people get angry. So people really, really love that stuff. They love anger. They love hate. They love watching people get riled up. I mean, it's like reality TV show for the longest time. That's why I get such good ratings. Peaceful, happy stuff doesn't get the account, the amount of people that stuff like that does. So Olive says she'd rather listen to me than watch the news. Low bar, don't you think? Oh man, who wants to watch the news nowadays? Like, I'd rather watch grass grow than the news. Like, okay. I know you mean it in a good way. I'm joking around. Elizabeth is here. Hello, Elizabeth. I wish the barn would scoop up the poop from the pen like you do. Oh, you mean like the arena? Yeah, well, I don't. Oh, Lena's down. I just looked up. Actually, I love snuggling Lena when she's down, so I'm gonna have to make my way over there. What the? Gracie, there's nothing in the rocks, you cracker. You think she was starving or something? You think that she is just hungry? Like, I gotta eat some food. Yeah, non-stop food here. Non-stop. Yeah, I try to clean up the arena because it's actually more work for me if I don't. But of course, the great side effect, obviously, is that it's a clean place for the horses to roll around and be, and they don't get all dirty and mucky. And so she's a well-known woman in town. Her sister was confirmed today, and yesterday she was serving food to the seniors. Holy cow! I don't even know what to say. I'm going to ignore that stuff, Susan, so I don't really want to get into that. I think that's terrible. Gracie's trying to get my attention. Well, let's give her some. Anyways, I got to go over to Lena. I can't help myself. I'll be back. Okay, I hope the internet works properly here. Come with me. Look at these guys. Everybody's there. I'll just go wide. Who's going down? There are only 2 horses left. There's 7 horses sleeping right now. I should just title this 7 horses sleeping. I hope the internet works here. It usually doesn't work that well in the arena. Let me know if it's working okay. Is it sharp? If I don't move much, it should be better. Okay. Gracie's already dreaming. Look at that. She's busy. She's a busy girl. You're jealous of me. You should be. I'm telling you, man, it is the best. I think that if somebody said, what's your favorite thing to do with horses? It would absolutely be give them a big hug while they're lying down. I wish Roni would leave Ruby alone. That's about it right now. You wake yourself up, everybody's sleeping. Don't bug me either. Stay over there. Are you okay? Did you have a bad dream? You should go back to sleep. Roni, leave her alone. Poor Gracie woke herself up from a dream. Oh, skips up. Nope. Anyways, you guys should. Anybody ever has the opportunity to come down here one day, you have got to experience this in person. I'm gonna go give. Oh, Rue's up. That's weird. Well, we had 7 down. We'll see what happens. well, it's kind of cool. It's peaceful. Covered in hair though, but it brushes off easy. Skip's half dreaming, half asleep, half awake. It almost looks like he's smiling. He's dreaming. He's a dreamer. Gracie's a huge dreamer. She dreams and goes crazy. Wakes herself up even. You can actually hear the frogs. Oh, Gracie's going back down. Plop. A little bit closer to Lena. I wonder if it means something to her. Yeah. Ruli is actually got her nose on Roni's shoulder, which sounds utterly adorable. Can you guys, I don't know if you can really try to zoom in a bit without getting it too fuzzy, but she's got her nose just about on his shoulder there. It's a nice thing. Skip's dreaming. He's a busy horse right now, very busy. Whoop, he's moving. He's really moving this time. Somebody's snoring. I think it's Nanner. I'm going to see if I can quietly make my way over there. Like a ninja. Oh no. I was trying so hard. Well, you guys must have heard her snoring. Maybe she woke up by fluke, because I really wasn't making any noise. Okay, we'll just get quiet. Maybe she'll go back down again. Yeah, maybe not. Oh, good, the dog's barking. I have no idea what he's barking at. No mailman this time. Luke is definitely one of my favorites as well to be around. Like Skip, he's easy to push over. Look at his adorable little chin. Oh. See, watch this. I love that ability. That's one of my favorite abilities. And then he's asleep. Here you go, night night dodos. Put a blankie on him, a little pillow maybe. He snores a bit as well. Let's see. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Isn't that the funniest? So, Horsey nap time. He's got an itch. Gracie's watching like, what are you doing, man? Are you broken? You must be broken. Poor Quarters. He's broken. Look, he's short-circuiting. Oh, watch out. Is he gonna get up? Or is it just more roly-poly, nappy? Something's going on behind me. Roni, what do you want? No, he's out. What was that? So this is just a part of my day. I'm really glad to be able to share it. You guys have got to. Luke, what are you doing up? Go back to sleep. It's like dealing with a kid. Lie down. The good thing, actually, I wanted to say something that was interesting. Something to consider. One of the reasons. Hey, David. One of the reasons that I do this so much is I want all of the horses to see, especially this one, that it's okay to lie down and have me come around and scritchy scratch and push you over, and you know, and everything will be peaceful and quiet. There's no concern. There's no worry. Piggy's down. What do we got left? We still have these three. Rue was lying down for a little bit. Oh, and Gracie, I guess. She's up again. So when I go to push Luke down, and then I sort of leave him alone, and or maybe he gets some scritchy scratches, or if I'm lying on top of Lima and she's fine and she doesn't care, then all of the other horses can see that. All the other horses will be a little less worried if they were worried in the first place. So, I don't know if I'd have any luck pushing Peggy over. I don't know if it's coincidence. The boys are on their right side, the girls are on their left side, but not on her right side. What side was she on? I don't remember. What side was Rue on? I wonder if they care. I wonder if it matters, if they're used to it, if they've been doing that since they were young. I have to keep track of that. I'm curious. Luke's a dreamer too. I think I mentioned that. It's just a great day and a great time of the day to come and take a nap and have a lie down amongst friends. And I get to be one of them. They let me be one of them. So, are you getting closer to me? I'm not moving. You're moving. Where you on? What's up, Gracie? Do you need a squeegee scratch? Luke just got it. Should I push him back down? Should I be a pest? Nanner is really, motorbikes are relatively quiet. Okay, I'm gonna try again. She's up. I didn't wake her up. I wasn't actually really moving. Nanner, you're a big snorer. You sure are noisy. See, I don't think I can push her over. I wish I could, but I think she gets mad at me when I do it. So, hey, Luke's up again. Let's push him over. Okay, let's try again. Luke's the most fun for sure for this. And that's it. I put him to sleep. Skips up. So sleep time is it's still good training time. You know, this time spent is well spent. It's going down before I can even make it to him. It's like, okay, rub my belly. It's a sandy belly. Lena's out. She is out, out, out. I don't want to wake her up. Just dead horses everywhere. What's Peggy doing? Pretty soon, me walking around like this won't wake them up. I don't know if I can get next to Peggy. I'm gonna try. It's unusual. Gracie's down. Peggy's really close to getting up. So I'm just going to back up. Oh. Oh well. Banner's going down. Right next to me. Okay. I've got to get a good recording of this. Okay, well, there's a first for everything. I've never recorded a horse sleeping like that before. So, okay, I guess I don't have to walk around as quietly as I thought I would have to walk around. Hey, Luke's up again. Lie down. Good boy. I don't even have to touch him. I just tell him. Boy, these guys are out for a long time now. Let's go say hi to Gracie. She sleeps like a cat. Okay, let's see how much I can get her to be okay. Uh-oh. Okay, stay down. Okay, we're gonna go quiet. We're gonna be quiet and careful. Okay. I've seen how fast she can get up from a dream. So, Luke's up. He's up. Okay, let's see. Let's get a little closer. Okay, so we're training. This is just nap time training. I don't know a better way to put it, but this is all. No, don't bug her. Oh, Luke, such a troublemaker. No, Luke, lie down. Go to sleep. Lie down. Lie down. Luke doesn't understand lie down yet. Have to work on that. Uh-oh, she's gonna get up. Luke, you're nothing but trouble, man. You're gonna get it. Gracie, you bite him in the shoulder right now. Okay, whatever. Walk off in happiness then. See if I care. Lena's still down. Look at this big white butt. Look at this thing. Whoa, not that close. Look at that. Yeah. Lena's pretty adorable. We could go say hi to her. She's easy. Hi, Lena. What are you doing? Nanner's snoring again. I can hear her all the way from here. Will you lie down if I push you? Lie down, Lena. You should get good at this. Why don't you lie down? Lie down. Don't go out. Go down. Luke, don't touch the camera. This is amazing. You're a big girl. What do you want, Mr. Fancy Pants? So, you know, it's great practice to be around horses when they're sleeping. It's good practice for us to be sensitive. See, Lena won't push down when I go to push her down. Her head goes up a little, so we don't want her to get up, but we want her to start thinking about being okay with lying down. I don't know if I could get her to do it, being just a total pest. What do you say, Lena? Can we work on this? Good time to inspect the feet. Okay, ready? Yeah. Can't stop feet. Too many horses moving around right now. Bummer. Opportunity lost. See, everybody's shuffling right now. These two are shuffling. Those two are shuffling. Who's on his way over there? Lena's like, I've had enough. You're a crazy human. Yeah, it's true. I am. So that's Horsey nap time. I think almost at a finish. Uh-oh. I mean, how long have they been napping for? A good half hour, 45 minutes, right? That's pretty good for a horse. Skip is a good sleeper. Hey, Sidlicious here. Hello, Patricia. I can't barely see the screen, guys, so... Ron says, does anybody have any advice on how to let horses have a treat? Some people bake horse treats with molasses and they really appear to like them. Yeah, don't give your horse those things. You might as well give your kid a donut all the time. It's about as good for them. Carrots, apples, healthy stuff. Molasses is terrible for horses. Their system can't handle sugar overloads of grains and high sugar items. Oh, what's happening over here? Get him, Lena, bite him. And yeah, see, everybody's getting active. I've just run out of time. Peggy's gonna get up. There she goes. 1, 2, 3. Up, Peggy, up. Good girl. See, I've got her trained. Skip, lie. Oh, he's already lying down. Yeah, Ron. I mean, they sell these things, and they make some money and stuff like that, but I mean, far and few between if you're going to do it at all. But it's horses can't handle that kind of stuff. They end up getting what's called insulin resistant, which is essentially diabetes for horses. Uh, you want to give them some treats. Oh, geez. Um, Apples and carrots are a good deal. Horses love them just as much, and they're much, much healthier. Grains, like molasses covered grains, sugary stuff like that. Of course, they're going to eat it. We eat that stuff all the time. It's terrible for us. The body can't handle it. Yeah. So there you go. More and more science is properly coming out for stuff like that. And there are other treats that are being developed that are much, much healthier for horses in comparison to a massive sugar load. After keep in mind, horses eat grass. There's sugar in grass as well. But you put horses on high sugar grass for too long, they get fat, they get laminitic. I don't know if you heard me. They get laminitic, meaning that they essentially get diabetes. And it seems to be that some horses will maintain that diabetes and some won't. Wow. Gracie, why don't you go back to sleep? Like this guy. Or that girl. These two are heavy sleepers. So, I don't know. Does that help, Ron? I hope so. Let's see. Sue says the boarders are lucky to have their pets in their care. Thanks, Sue. Well, the neighbors' motorcycles, David, are not out yet. But what do you want? I kind of like being in the arena. I'm hoping that the internet is holding up pretty good out here, because I prefer to be in here than out. It's more fun. Much more fun. What's your deal? How you doing? Do you need a hug? You probably need a hug. Come here. It's okay. You should just go to sleep. Lie down. She's a good horsey. I gotta admit. She sure tolerates a lot, you know. I think now sometimes that it's a lot less about fear and just be more like, you know, leave me alone. Lots of dump trucks, actually. Motorcycles and dump trucks. But I think sometimes just the amount of pressure, like all of this is some form of, it's not comfort per se. I mean, you can calm, but I'm sure she'd rather me not hanging off of her. But over time, and you can get them just used. Nanner's snoring again. It's so loud. Sounds like a bear. Right, Gracie? A bear. But you know, plenty of these kinds of come here. Good girl. Okay, you're free. Thanks. Yeah. I had a good question on the tail pulling thing. I answered it, but I'll answer it here because it's a good one. Teaching a horse to draw by holding their tail. And the question was, can you get kicked? And the answer is yes. Yes, you can. Absolutely. When I first met Gracie, I leveraged her tail to get her to slow down and start to respond to my touch, because it was the farthest thing on her body that I could reach. And the first time I did it, or first few times I did it, it went well, everything was fine. But it wasn't too long before she kind of got a little more frustrated with it, or a little more fearful, and she did kick out a couple of times, and she's never done it since. And my answer was yes, you have to be careful, you have to be observant. Some horses will kick just out of reflex, other horses will kick out of fear. And so what you're trying to do is make them not fearful at all, make them really calm and thinking their way through it, not defending themselves or sort of feeling they have to, but just have them clue in and be okay with touching their tail, pulling their tail, because it's a big deal. It's a big deal to them. And so you can absolutely get kicked. So you have to be cautious of that. He's up. Good morning. Big stretch, big shake. Yeah. So you have to be cautious, but take it slow. There's no rush to do the tail trick. In fact, there's no need to do it at all. It's just one of those tricks, one of those things that has its benefits, like hugging a horse when they're sleeping. Okay, Nanner's the only one down. She's it. Still snoring. And she's up. Last one up. Hi, Nanner. Look at the size of this back. This is my hand. She's huge. Oh, it's beard trimming time. What do you think, Peggy? Nan, are you trying to lie down again? Am I in your way? Let's see. Olive says, remember how long it took you to Gracie in your trailer for the first time? Yep, 4 hours. I was exhausted. You're welcome, Ron. The internet's holding up great. Fantastic. Well, now I know. Maybe the arena's not as bad as I thought it was. Some days it has been. It hasn't been any good at all. Just a soft, light touch. I think he's just asleep. What was that? Ronnie's bugging Ruli. And then Gracie and Luke and Lena are chit-chatting. Piggy, go get Rue. Teach him a lesson. Use your Palomino powers. Uh-oh, here comes Skip. Piggy is not going to respond well. Skip, you're not going to have any luck over here, buddy. The blondes are not for you. Should try to touch your horse's eyes when you can. You never know when you got to clean something out a little bit, or sometimes they'll get hairs in their eyes and you got to pull it out, or a piece of straw or something like that. And you need to be able to touch their eyeballs. And it might start just with days that there's nothing there. And you might just come around and you'll say, hey, I just want to rub a little there. And oh, she's got to yell at Skip a little. Flick her tail at him. Go away. So touching your horse's eyes can be, it's a good exercise. You learn how to be soft with it. If you guys follow Jim Masterson and all, it's kind of the equivalent of touching the egg yolk. It's the egg yolk touch. It's very, very light. You can't do too much. Uh-oh. Piggy, kick him. He's sniffing your butt. Look at how angry she looks. That's an angry eyeball. Her ears. Well, lover's quarrel over there. The triangle did not work out. Nanner, go get him. Go teach Luke a lesson. Nanner, you are the laziest percher on ever. What do you think, Peggy? What are we doing? Why are you getting closer to me? Hey, there's a spider in your hair. Let's take it out. Yeah, I got the spider out. You're welcome. Skip, you have no draw with Peggy. No, it's probably that big ugly Blaze. Yeah. And your slightly pink nose. See? What do you think? Skip, go get Ruli. She looks like she needs some attention. No, she's off to go get Rue. It's funny because she chases Rue around. Not chases him, but just sort of follows him, like, you know, overly persistent girl. Roni's got Lena back. He's gonna cut her off, chase Luke off. Luke says, take off, man. What's wrong with you? Oh. Well, I was going to be underneath my umbrella because I'm slowly burning to a crisp out here. So sunny. It's just ridiculous. Alice is here. Hello, Alice. I'm not really looking at the comments. They just happen to pop up. Here comes everybody. Skip, what are you going to do about it? Swish your tail or something. Really slowly making her way up. These two are just hanging out. Nothing to report. A lot of smells in this arena right now. Luke's got his teeth out. He's giving everything a good sniff. Are you moving closer to me? What do you want? Gracie, punch him in the eyeball. Oh, finally. Rebecca's here. Hello, Rebecca. I think Gracie's going to yell at him again. Yell at him, Gracie. Teach him. Oh, last horse up. She's up. Okay. Well, that's good. What is Luke doing? Luke, why are you licking her leg? It's got two girls. Well. Yeah. Bite her, Luke. Bite her in the armpit. It's windy. Just got windy. You guys can probably hear it in the microphone. What's going to happen? She's biting him now. He's like, hey, don't bite me. I'll bite you back. Uh-oh, here comes Nanner. Everybody move. Escape, escape. I don't trust Nanner. Or actually, I don't trust the horse's reaction to Nanner. And that's it. Everybody's shuffling again. Nap time is over. I don't know what you want. What do you want to do? Me to do about it, Nanner? He doesn't want you right now. Uh-oh. What do you want? Trouble? So it's back to Horsey playtime, right after Horsey nap time. What? What? You're too close. Ah, yes, Luke is in exercise mode. Says, get moving, really. Remember, it's a train. Choo-choo. Off they go. Somebody broke rank. Oh, well. Now, what is it exactly that you want? Why are you with me? I'm just peacefully standing here. This is what it looks like to stand right next to a sleepy horse. She almost has her nose on the tripod. There, she's done it. It's literally like, I think somebody said it's like watching a toddler sort of try not to fall asleep in the high chair or something. Oh, here comes Nanner. Oh, geez. This is not going to end well. Nanner, you're going to get kicked. She's like a ninja, man. It's a crowd. Everybody's here. A lot of motorcycles. I don't know if you guys can hear them, but vroom vroom. Poor Ruli. When Ruli goes into heat, she really struggles. I think worse than the others. Don't know why. Age? Hard to say. I don't know much about that. I keep meaning to talk to my vet about it. No, Luke. Ah! Keep shuffling. Leave it alone. No. Leave it. Leave it. I gotta go get the wheelbarrow. I don't know if this is gonna do me any good, but I put the camera right on top of the poop. So we'll see what happens. Look out, coming through. Don't touch the camera. Ah! This is probably a bad idea. Okay, we did it. Safe and sound. Every day. Some serious multitasking going on. Okay, that's it. All clean. I don't have to worry about anybody smushing it into the ground and making a big mess. Skipped hanging around. Says I like your wheelbarrow and your rake. Everybody's got to sniff poop, you know. Here comes Luke. He says, let me see about this wheelbarrow. See, it's Dr. Luke. He's coming over to make sure everything's good. He says Nanner's good, she's healthy. That's today's check. Oh, one more time. Let's make sure. No, she's good. She's good. I'm out. All right, you guys, carry on. Piggy's gone to the back with Lena and Roni. Skip, what's happening, buddy? You gotta triple check it just to be sure. What is? Hi, Ruby. Pat, 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 pat. Rebecca says, why don't you groom them more often? I often wonder why do people groom horses so much? So my question to you is, why should I groom them more often? So a negative question such as why don't you implies that I'm not doing something appropriate. So then I would say, why should I groom them more than you think I do? Because just because it's not on video doesn't mean I don't do stuff. There you go. Skip, you don't want to play with my rake, do you? Don't let your horse play with your rake or your wheelbarrow. Everybody's off. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to let's see. I'm just going to leave you guys here for a second. Out of the way, buddy. Oh, yeah. That's a great idea. Last thing no. Last thing I need is my phone squished into the ground. This is my actual phone too, so that would really suck. Okay. Well, what's next? Should probably start putting them back pretty soon. What's that? Sorry, let's see. The only reason I asked is because I think you said it in a past video before. I think people do it for the beauty. Oh, people do it for lots of reasons. I mean, some horses genuinely need to be cared for their skin. So, you know, you could be grooming them because they have a skin problem. But sometimes grooming too much can give them a skin problem. And you'd have to be cautious about that. So a lot of people definitely, I would say, do it to make their horse look good. I mean, some people come in and say, you should make your horses more shiny. And I kind of think, yeah, okay, I definitely have other things to do, and that's a priority for some other people, and I'm totally cool with that. But for me, it's not a priority. The mud or the sand and things like that will also inhibit bugs, mosquitoes. If it's a little bit wet, it could have cooling properties for it. So when you kind of bring them back down to bare skin again, a lot of them, a lot of people complain, I just groomed you. But they go out into the field and they immediately roll. And so sometimes we have to look at it a little bit more carefully in that, just because we groom to make ourselves feel good doesn't necessarily mean it feels any bit good for the horse. And in fact, as soon as you let them go, they turn themselves right back to being muddy or sandy or whatever. And that's what feels good for them. So I take my cues a lot from what I observe, and my grooming tends to be for purpose, function, and not fashion. So grooming, I'm just going to go in the shade of the tree. I'm really starting to cook a bit here. Um, so um, the way I see that is, if I'm going to ride, I'm going to definitely clean off their skin where the saddle and the pad and the girth is going to go, because it's like putting a sock on with sand or dirt in it, or putting your shoe on and there's a couple of pieces of gravel. You'll feel it just like they feel it. So you give them a good clean. There's real function there. Skin problems, mud fever, rain scald, the really obvious ones. You maintain clean skin for them. You groom them and you clean them, you wash them, and you maintain clean skin. If you do too much, you might have a little bit of trouble there. But if you do it enough to maintain so that their natural body oils and their skin condition can return back to normal, after that, you could be inhibiting those self-protection systems. So, Rebecca says, I didn't think it was a negative question. I would love to be there to help. That's all. Nothing bad. No, I don't believe that. Sorry, I don't believe that it's a negative question. But generally, when questions are stated, why don't you something, tends to go along the lines of that somebody should be doing something that isn't happening. Yeah, not always though. And I don't believe it's negative, but I've seen a lot of stuff online, and it's easy for people to get their backs up, and because it's just textual conversation, right? You're not here, and it's like you say, you'd love to be here to help out, and that would be fantastic. But textual conversation tends to be misinterpreted easily, very, very easily even. And so I tend to point that out, not a target of any sorts. As for grooming, though, volunteers have been coming here, not lately, but, have been here, and they love brushing the horses off. And, you let them out, and the first thing to do is get sandy again. And I just laugh. I think, I hope you guys had a good time. I hope you had a good grooming session. I hope it was good bonding and whatnot. So it can be really good. It can definitely be a good thing. And I definitely caution against over shampooing or over showering your horses keep the oils in place. And again, plenty of times the sand and the mud and dirt and stuff like that assist in inhibiting bugs, mosquitoes primarily, flies, midges, from getting to their skin. And they'll also, if the material is relatively clean enough, they can sort of patch up little spots that are open, like tiny little wounds or something like that. They'll roll in the sand and the mud, and they'll just create an extra scab, sort of thing. And so, yeah, so it can be good. Susan's out. Bye, Susan. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, Rebecca, thanks. So I'm just reading your comment. if anybody's on TV, she says, I know you do so much over there. I sometimes wonder how you do it. I do admire you. Totally. Uh, again, I don't think anything negative um, at all. I'm very confident in the things that I'm doing. I don't mind at all when people ask questions and point things out. Um, I'm happy to answer, and if my answer suits people, then fantastic. If not, fantastic as well. It's all good. Um, and there's most of my opinion is based on some research, some science that I've kind of done, understanding why and how. Because there's a lot of stuff in the horse world that is just culture, just the way it goes, just what you do. And you kind of think, well, how come you do what you do? Why is that? So thank you, Rebecca. I really appreciate that. Looks like we've got Julia here and Monique. Hello, you two. Anyways, the horses have gotten quiet again. I think we're going to get some requests here to go back in. So I'm going to head back up to the top, I think. And yeah, might be time to put everybody in. Who knows what's going to happen? Might just be a quiet put away for everybody, or it might be a little noisy like it has been in the past. So you guys can see what I'm up to if you're curious. If not, totally cool. I appreciate everybody popping in that has. All right, come underneath here. Just before I go get them, I'm just going to get a quick drink and let you guys chill out. That's not right. This is not sitting straight. Okay, how about... That's not straight either. Is there no level ground around here? Okay, how about here? That's not too bad. Ah, it's too much. Something like that. Shelly's here. Hello, Shelly. Okay, quick drink, grab horses. Should be fun. was pretty peaceful, to be honest. Everybody was really good to come in so far. Alice has gone to bed, or away. Goodbye, not good night. David's off. Oh, Martine was here briefly. Monique says it's a relaxing channel to hang out at. Relieves the anxiety. It's late for a lot of people. Okay, I'm gonna go see what's gonna happen with these guys. I think Rue's gonna come in quite happily and quietly. The other three might be a pain, which are my usual three. think we're going to be chasing chestnut horses around. Let's see. It's kind of amazing how every day looks the same. Because it kind of is, you know? Get up in the morning, check the horses, eat breakfast, not in that order. Feed dog. Feed the horses if they need it. Do chores, let the horses out. Now it's like do a live stream. Run free, Roni, run free. Used to do this an awful lot. Mainly when there's actually grass. If there's no grass, then it's no real benefit. So, as I suspected, Roni was not really, drawing in nicely, so he required a little extra circle or two. Oh, Nanner's yelling. She says, "Where's Roni?" It's over here, Nanner. Gracie was a little better than I thought she was, but still, didn't want to go in. She'd rather, be with one of the boys. Luke or me, didn't seem to matter. So, a little bit of extra work because we want to continue as often and consistently as possible. That when you go to get them, they should just come to you. Just wait. Even waiting is the least they could do. Coming to you would be the best. Going away from you is obviously the worst. And I try to be consistent, but I'm not. Last 3 days I've been very consistent, but they're always going to sort of check that and test that and figure out if they can do something. And that's okay. That kind of stuff is okay, because it just, I always tell people, I say, every problem that you kind of come across, you have this great opportunity to fill those gaps. Some horses don't need the gaps filled, and some horses do. And I don't know why he's coming over here. The grass is so short. Roni, go the other direction. Shorter grass is sweeter, by the way, just in case you guys were wondering. The short, brand new grass is like candy, tasty stuff. Anyhow, so what my main goal really is to make sure that he or she or any of the horses are being good about being caught, not being not necessarily trouble, but I don't even know if it's being good, but that when I go in, they're well aware that I'm going to be pretty consistent. I'm going to keep up with this business of bugging them until they come, or at least try to sort of say, "What do you want?" And that gives me an opportunity to say, I really appreciate that. Thanks for hanging out with me, and then goes from there. So just like gathering grass like this. I need to, yeah, just making sure the other gate is closed. There's a gate up there, and it was open earlier because I had the septic tank done today. So the septic guy came. So the gate was open for a bit. Hey, Marianne's here. Hello. Missy S. Hello. Marianne says, thoughts on hay nets and shod horses? I don't know, Marianne. Haven't we already chitty chatted that? I think so. What do you know? What do you want to know specifically? Because there's a lot of thoughts. I like hay nets. I think they're good, but they're a pain, so I don't like them. I think they're good for horses overall, in comparison to other types of feeding. Yeah. He's found the good stuff. So I don't remember. Well, I mean, I use hay nets, so I think a lot of them. I like their I like how they feed horses for a long time, and the horse can't gorge on the food, which can essentially cause colic issues, things like that. It also is efficient for eating of hay, so that the horse doesn't waste any, and you get your money's worth. So it saves money. Financially, it's a fantastic idea. Health-wise, it's a fantastic idea. There's nothing. The only pain is that they're sort of a pain to feed with, compared to just chucking hay, flakes of hay on the ground. You know. Your horse shares a paddock with a shod horse. In that regard, my concern with shod horses, when they kick, they can do some real damage. And a shod horse will likely not have a hay net unless it's put up high, where they can't reach it with their foot, and that in turn can cause breathing issues in horses because they have to reach up to get their food, and usually it's a little dusty, and that dust and little bits of hay gets into their nose, into their lungs, and quite a few horses that have been eating, withers height high, will have breathing problems. They'll have some, what is it? What's it called? Is that a lung or breathing problem thing? Can't remember what it is. Oh, it'll come to me. Yeah, you want them as low as you can. We're simulating exactly what Roni's doing right now. His jaw is down. His temporal mandibular joint is working correctly. His teeth are lining up correctly. It's how they're built. So having their head up high puts their jaw in the wrong position, amongst those other things, and this is the best position. Shod horses people shouldn't really let their horses have hay nets down low, because they'll try to paw them, and when they paw them, they can tend to catch the back of the shoe in the hay net, and then they pull it all down, or break the shoe off, one or the other. So, and as for sharing a paddock with a shod horse, I'd be very concerned that my horse would get kicked by said shod horse, which is one of the reasons why we don't take in any shod horses here. They're all barefoot. I mean, a barefoot horse can do enough damage as it is. Putting a piece of metal on there as well, it's like wearing brass knuckles, except it's iron. So there you go. Well, Marianne says, I'd love to do Liberty work in the arena, but our fences are too low, and I'm pretty sure my girl thinks she's a jumper. Yeah, I mean, that's a concern. If your fences are too low and you do Liberty work, they're just going to leave. That would suck. So it's probably best not to. Yep. Shelly says she just noticed it started 2 hours ago. Sorry, Shelly. Yeah, I've been going for a little bit, but it's all recorded, so should be all right. Heels Max says sweet potatoes for treats. They love them, and watermelon. Heaves. That's what I was thinking. Heaves. Yeah, that's it. Thanks, Missy. Horses can get heaves real easy from that. Jane's here. Hello, Jane, if you're still here. David's off for a walk. Martine's sleeping. So that sort of ends the session, I think. We've been going for quite some time. According to my clock, it's once again 2.5 hours of horse time. Huh. Birds are going crazy. So, anyways, I hopefully you're welcome, Marianne. Hopefully the sleeping and napping stuff has been kind of interesting. I think I'm going to go over it later in tomorrow morning's video and discuss a little bit about that, sort of some little bits and pieces that I think I've left out, I thought about later. And that's about it. Unless there are any more quick questions, and if not, I'm getting a snack. So for whoever has hung on this long, thanks for coming in. It's been great having everybody here, all questions included, especially Rebecca's. Don't want her to worry. I don't think she's here anymore, but don't want her to worry. It's a good question. It's a common question. It's a good one to answer, provide some input. That's about it. Okay, everybody, I will see you in the next video, maybe tomorrow. Good night to everybody who's got a nighttime going on right now. For me, it's still early. 3 something or other. You're welcome, Shelly. And thank you guys for coming in. And I'll see you tomorrow. You're welcome, Missy. Oh, good night, Marianne. You're on the other side of the planet too, if I remember correctly. We'll end off on Roni just chowing down on some tasty grass. A little bit of road noise. Oh, Rebecca's still here. That's good. All good. All good. Bit past midnight, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's see. Because you're in Ireland, right? If you're in Scotland, you're probably going to be mad at me. I can't remember where you are. Norway. Of course. Yes, you're in Norway. Oh, geez. See, I suck at this. I can't, all the time when I'm walking around, I so many comments come through. I'm like, oh, somebody said something. And I literally probably looked at it maybe an hour beforehand. You know. Shelly says 11:30. Shelly's definitely in the UK. Right? Because you said your prime minister's in intensive. I didn't know he was in intensive care. I thought he just kind of got put in the hospital for a little extra care, but that's tough. That's tough. So, anyways, gorgeous day here. I'm a little crispy. I'm going to see if I can't get a little shade. Horses roll as a safety tool. That's why they always roll when they enter the arena. It hides their scent from predators. I highly doubt that. I have never heard of any science I think if horses were really concerned about predators, they wouldn't poop. And they wouldn't pee so much. It stinks. You can smell that a mile away. I don't think it's a defense mechanism. Maybe it is for some, but It works with humans. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I would have to see some science for that one. I think that's anecdotal. I think that's anecdotal. I think that's a story, like an opinion. Um, but if you have something, I love seeing science. Um, I don't think it's there's a little tarp over here that shook poor Roni. He thought something was going to kill him. Um, the reason, one of a very good reason that horses will roll is they'll actually roll on the same spot another horse has rolled, to either, it's not entirely sure, to either claim the spot to make it as stinky as they are, or to smell like the other horse, kind of thing. And dogs do a lot of that as well. I would be very resistant to the idea that they're smart enough to think that if they roll in some sand, they're going to rub off their scent enough to hide it. I just think that's really far-fetched for me. I'd love to believe it. I think it's a neat idea, but I think it's anecdotal, 100%. And is a thought process of somebody that has probably had experience doing it on humans, because maybe in the Vietnam War or whatever war they were in, or hunting, maybe hunting, right? You get covered in mud and then the animals don't smell you as much, but I think that's a human thought process. Yeah, I wish I knew. Yeah, they would be leaving a smell. I think Marianne's correct. They're leaving a smell. They're saying I'm here and I'm rolling, and I don't know if, I mean, the only reason I think they care about their scent on the ground, or they care about the scent on the ground on their body, is because they tend to roll in the same spot. Now that also leads me to believe a little bit maybe they roll in the same spot because they know it's a safe place, and it's probably soft and it's a good bet. So there's that process as well. Um, so hiding their scent, that's an interesting one. I'm really curious as to where you heard that and why that writer or person had thought that. It's a good one. It's a good question, actually. It's a good thought. It's something that, I mean, I love hearing stuff that's different. It's like, really? How does that work? How can we verify that? How can we be sure of that? And it's hard with animals. Everything we do to train them and stuff. How do you know? So, and how can we replicate? How can we prove it? It's like through data. And that sounds awfully nerdy, but I do a lot of my horsework based off of replicatable, reliably replicatable actions, through action or through observation. Yeah. So, it's a good one. Okay, I love nerdy data. Me too. Well, I mean, only because it makes me more effective. It makes me way better. And I was talking to a girl about grooming, and it was totally off of the topic of Rebecca. It was way before. We were talking about grooming and how some horses are really good with it and some horses suck. And some horses where you could close your eyes and touch them anywhere, they'd be fine. And other ones you have to be really, really particular on what you do and how long you do and how much energy you put into it or how little energy you put into it. And there's replicatable things in there that you can find across horses, and some are horse specific. And to be better at that allows you to be a better communicator, and in turn it translates to everything else. So fun times. All right, that's got to be it. I'm definitely having a snack, something to drink. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Hopefully you have a horses never get boring. No kidding. Hopefully you guys have a good day, evening, night, sleep, morning, wherever you are on the planet. I'm gonna have a good afternoon. So thank you very much, Missy, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow.